over here, I'm trying to tell you.
I didn't do it. Sashi, I know. Sashi!
What I noticed over the years is many children coming to class with very low self-esteem. School was just a miserable experience for them. And by the time they walked into my door, the first day of class, they basically had given up already. And I started using different techniques in my classroom to try to reach the children. And the Aguda invited me to address a large plenary session at their convention in the winter of 1996. And subsequently, Rabbi Scherer and I worked together to create this program. We call it Youth Enrichment Services, which stands for Project Yes. Children will automatically, in the healthiest of home situations, understandably be reluctant to tell them what's really going on in their lives because they feel that their parents might be judgmental, they might be disappointed, they might be upset. Teen mentoring is about setting aside time, an hour a week, to spend with a child, with a mentee. They could spend the time going for a walk, taking a child out for a slice of pizza, going to a ball game, whatever it may be.
My father was raising us as a single parent, and he did a lot for us. But he also counted on me to do a lot, and I didn't realize it at the time, but in retrospect, I was pretty miserable.
My parents got divorced, and my mother realized at that time that there's no father figure in the house. And she started looking for a father figure. So she saw an ad in the paper for Project Yes, and she called up.
And I thought the idea was a little weird at first, but they told me that my mentor would take me shopping and would spend time with me. And I was really glad to get away from my little brothers and sisters, so I said okay.
I was 13. At the first time I met my mentor, it struck me as a bit just kind of odd and like, oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into over here?
It was a little embarrassing going shopping with someone who wasn't my mother, but she was really nice and she helped me find the sizes that I needed. I hadn't realized how much I'd grown, and it was just really good to have a woman to talk to about it.
Since Tzvi Chaim was coming from a whole different world, neighborhood and everything like that, it was a lot easier to converse with him.
Esty just listened to me as a friend and helped me through a really lonely time.
Every kid could use a mentor.
We discovered that we need a second component. It's not enough to mentor the child. And we started a new division. What we do is we train parent mentors.
I went to the Rebbe of my shul and said, where can I go to get help? And he suggested Project Yes.
The beauty of parent mentoring is that it invites a conversation one-on-one with one set of parents. So it's not a workshop or a class, it's a conversation.
When we come, we just listen to them. We get them to listen to each other because most of the time they will help themselves.
After every session, though, you have Rabbi Ackerman, who does the supervision, that you tell him exactly what went on in the session, and then you discuss with him how to proceed.
I see a closer cashier with my children today than I did a year and a half ago. And I think a lot of that has to do with the mentoring I got through Project Yes.
All the years we had a phone line where people can call in for help. We're essentially helping one person at a time, and obviously that's very important. Everybody's all worried about the internet for very good reasons, and there's a lot to be worried about there, but it's also a very effective tool. We've created this online forum for people to help people. Each of our volunteers posts up their bio, lets everybody know what they do, what their experiences are, and fields questions. And you can post the question, other people can read it, and it can generate dialogue.
teachers in Rebbeim would come over to me and say to me, could I talk to you for 5 minutes? And every one of these conversations was 40 minutes.
I say running a class today is not like years ago. All you have to do is know the material and come in and teach.
And even if you're a teacher of over 30 years, which I am, I feel that this organization would be beneficial because things come up.
There are guidance counselors, there are school psychologists, there are other people who do that. There really was not anybody there for the teachers.
Many of our master teachers have been the ones who have been the first ones to consult Roxanne.
No, I don't want to have a big problem. That's why we're dealing with issues of sensitive nature. Schools that don't deal with this, they're the ones who have the big problem because they're just dealing with a ticking time bomb.
The confidentiality piece of the Project Yes program is a huge advantage. It's not a luxury. This is something at this point in time I don't think we could live without Project Yes. And we're exceedingly grateful to the program, to whoever's funding it, and we very much appreciate everything that we have.
We've come to realize it's not just the kids, it's the families. It's not just the families, it's the schools. It's not only the schools and the families, but it's the marriage from the beginning. And we need to expand on every one of these programs in order to achieve our dream and our goal that every child achieves success in school and in life. Every Jewish community should become a Yes community.